So one of my students the other day asked me about doing short sales. I think that they forgot that I have done hundreds of short sales and have made millions of dollars on short sales. But they have a potentially motivated seller that is in pre-foreclosure and they don't have equity in their property. So they asked if we can do a short sale. Of course we can. Now, again, when the homeowner owes more than what the property is worth, that means there's no equity in the property, and that's when we do a short sale, when we negotiate with the bank to get the property at a price that we can actually do something with it. And hopefully we can create enough equity that we can get the homeowner a little something, some relocation money. I usually give between $10,000 and $20,000 depending upon how good of a price that I get from the bank. I just work that out with my sellers in the beginning and let them know I'll do whatever I can. We just need to wait to find out what price I'm going to be purchasing the property at. Okay, so here's 4 basic things that you can do in order to ensure getting the best price possible for a short sale and making it a home run with a huge profit. Number 1, be a little bit conservative on your offer. Okay, if you think that $300,000 is a great price and that's really where you want to be, don't go completely lowball to $200,000, but start at $280,000. Give yourself some wiggle room. Okay, so if you started at $300,000, or that's and the bank just said okay, they approved the $300,000, you don't know, they might have approved it for $290,000 or $295,000. Okay, so you want to start at a price that they're going to reject the first time. That's really with any seller. The second thing, make sure that you have your listing agent, whoever's listing the property in short sale, because you have to list the property, have them do a BPO, a broker's price opinion. But very important, at the same time, you're also going to be doing an inspection report on the property. We use Gaia Construction. We also have a couple independent home inspection companies that will do the inspection reports. They do these like 100-page reports. They take pictures of every single little thing that needs to be repaired and put a line item for that repair of what's needed so that they can show all the repairs in the house to make the house in the condition that it needs to be in. You want your BPO agent, your listing agent that's doing the BPO, you want them to use that inspection report and reference those things and their BPO. So they take the condition of the property in consideration when they set the value. And have them set the value at a little bit less than what you want the property at. You're offering $280,000, have them set the value of the house at $290,000. Not $300,000 where you want it to be, but at $290,000. Okay? So just a little bit less than where you would make your offer. If you thought you were going to start at $280,000 and your true price that you buy the property at would be $320,000, that's fine. Same thing. Have them do the BPO for less than what you're making, what your final offer really would be on that house. Okay? The next thing that you want to do is when the bank sends their appraiser, you're going to want to influence that appraisal as much as possible. There's a couple things you can do. First, take the inspection report and take the BPO and put those in a manila envelope. Write the property address and put foreclosure on it. Seal it up and hand that to the appraiser when you meet them. Make sure you get their business card with their email address and phone number, and I'll tell you why in a second. But get their contact info, but when you meet them, you want to meet them at the property. That's very important. And you want to show them around the property so that they can see what the condition is and hand them this manila envelope and say, they wanted me to give this to you. They don't ask any questions, great. Maybe they're assuming that they is the bank. But if they ask you, what do you mean they wanted, who's they? Well, I don't know, my short sale negotiator wanted me to give this to you. I guess the bank or somebody wanted you to have this. You don't really know what's in it. You don't know anything about it. You're just there to hand that to them. That's what your job is. They don't need to know you're the buyer for the property, and they usually don't ask. So I hand them that because I want them to look at that BPO. I want them to look at that condition report when they write their appraisal. And if they don't accept the envelope, you got their business card, you got their email address, simply email it to them or have your listing agent email the BPO and the inspection report to them as well, okay? To try to influence that appraisal as much as possible. Now, the last thing is that if the property is vacant, it is taking a risk, but as an investor doing a fix and flip, or if I'm wholesaling the property to somebody that's doing a fix and flip, and I know that they're going to completely demo the kitchen and the bathrooms because they're so far outdated that there is just no way that they would not be redoing the bathroom and kitchens, I'm going to start my demo. I'm going to have my crew go in, and I'm going to have them demo the kitchen, maybe demo some flooring, demo the bathrooms, and that way, when the appraisal from the bank comes, they're going to see that, and they're going to hopefully make a notation that the house is not livable. And that will influence the price that they come in at. We did this to a property recently in Miami, and the appraisal came in at $409,000. We are fixing that property right now. We're going to put about $110,000 into that property, and we'll sell it for upwards of $700,000 to $750,000, depending upon the market here in the next month. So that's how you can get a lot of room when you're getting the influence. The important thing in a short sale is influence the appraisal as much as possible. I know we talk about negotiating short sales and the back and forth, and yes, the bank will look at the BPO, they'll look at the inspection report, but they're really going to mostly be going off of their appraiser, their own appraiser, or their own BPO agent, because they might do multiple. They might send someone out to do BPO and to do an appraisal as well. Whichever price comes in higher, that's the one they're going to use. So you want to try to influence that as much as possible in the beginning. And if you follow that system, it's not going to necessarily give you a home run every single time, but the majority of the time, you're going to get your short sales at a great home run price that whether you wholesale it to someone that's going to fix and flip it or you fix and flip it yourself, there's going to be a huge profit there.